start off first by giving all praise to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and feed the flock. And greetings and salutations to all the brethren across the four corners of the earth that do this work in sincerity and in truth. Shalom. All right, just a quick one, sincerely quickie. We're gonna do basically the quick breakdown on the moon and how it's meant to keep the time. We got guys out there trying to debunk the moon for what the Most High purposed it to do. And we're going to jump right in it. Matter of fact, we're going to go right to Genesis 1 and 14. And it says, and the powers said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night. Right? And it says, and let them be for signs. Now, we're going to look this word up, signs, in the blue letter right quick. And I got it right here. It says, the word is Awath, or here we go. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, here we go.
Strong's H226. Oath. Oath.
All right. So basically, what it means is sign, signal, a distinguishing mark, banner, which a calendar is a banner. Remembrance, the calendar is set up to help you remember which days and months it is, how to keep, it's a way to keep time. It says miraculous sign, omen, warning you of what? That the Shabbat is coming in, among other things like the blood moon that the sign of the heaven, the blood moon that was, the moon was red, that just passed recently. It says token, ensign, standard, miracle, proof. And basically those things are talking about the calendar. And basically giving you something to be able to look to or to turn to keep your remembrance and to give you a sign or a signal or a warning of what the days are and what time is what. So back in the scriptures, we're going to say here, because these scriptures are all going to line up and talk about and basically describe a calendar. That's what basically what they're about to do. That's what it was kind of set up for, to give light and to be able to count days according to the type of moon that it was. Whether it was a new moon, which there was no light, whether there was a half moon, which was the first week of the new month, the full moon, which is the halfway point, or the opposite half moon, and then back to the new moon, which completes the whole month. But continuing on, verse 14, it says, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. That's a calendar. That just described a calendar. It says, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and it was so. That's the two main functions of the moon and the sun, for that matter. To be able to keep time of days, months, years, as well as to give light upon the earth. So those are the multi-reasons of the sun and the moon. Continuing on, it says, and the Most High made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, which is the sun, and the lesser light to rule the night, which is the moon. He made the stars also. And then it says, and the Most High, and the powers, Salaki, and the powers set them in the firmament in the heaven to give light upon the earth. So that's reiterating what it's talking about, giving light upon the earth as one of the functions of the sun and the moon. It says, to rule over the day and over the night. Now, when I looked up the word rule, it said, let me see if I can go back right quick and get it. It said, come on. Don't cheat me, so let's do it. Well, basically it said to have dominion, or over to be the main light of that time. So it was given for that purpose of shining light in the daytime and then shining light in the nighttime. So computer wants to do what it wants to do. So whatever with that. But anyway, continuing on, it says to divide the light from the darkness, and the powers saw that it was good, and the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Now, something curious that you may want to ask yourself about the morning and the evening. Why would the Most High give us start the day at the evening? So you can look up. I thought about this. I was meditating as I went over this, and it hit me. Just this much common sense. So you can look up in the middle of the, in the evening, look up and say, okay, it's a half moon or it's a new moon. That means the Shabbat is now. Because there's no light out, so the Shabbat is now. So with that, so you can see what day it is. Just that simple. So you can see what day it is. So you can see what week it is, depending on if it's a half moon or a full moon or the new. Anyway, moving on, we're going to go to precept Sirach 43, and we're going to start at verse 5. It says, great is the Lord that made it, and at his commandment it runneth hastily, meaning he set things up and they're going to do what he set them up to do. Its purpose is going to be for what it's supposed to be for. Continuing on, he said he made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times. A declaration of times is a calendar, as it reiterates from Genesis, the first chapter. A declaration of times is what we today call a calendar. Moving on, it says, and a sign of the world. So you know what time it is. So you know what season it is. So you know what month it is. Continuing on, verse 7, it says, from the moon is the sign of feasts. Now, how do you keep feasts? On a calendar. That's how you know when it comes back around, that year comes back around to observe that feast again. That's how you know when the time comes around to observe the Pesach or the Day of Atonement. It's saying a calendar. I don't know what else you guys are looking for. That's the purpose of it, to give light upon the earth at the night, and also as a sign of the times, a sign of which days it is. That's what the moon's purpose is for. If you can't see that in these scriptures, then the Most High blinded you. Blinded your eyes and deafened your ears and gave you a mind that can't perceive. So I don't know. Moving on, it says a light that decreaseth in her perfection. The month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing.
Looks like Timberline Gold's rehab center is granting this pop star some exclusive privileges. Keisha tweeted a huge thank you to all of her animals for their continued support as she finishes her treatment.
Fuck, that's about Satan, Esau doing his thing. Anyway, moving on, it says the month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. The beauty of heaven, the glory of the stars, an ornament giving light to the highest places of the Lord. At the commandment of the Holy One, they will stand in their order and never faint in their watches. So the purpose, even though Esau changed the times and the seasons and all of that the best he could, even when moving up to the Julian calendar and on down to the today known Gregorian calendar, the moon still never changed what it was meant to do, which was to keep time daily, weekly, monthly, along with the sun. And that's about it. So if you don't understand that the point of this lunar calendar, then and the purpose of the moon, then I don't know what to tell you. This ain't for you, and it's not according to this, and there's no light in you. So with that,